Welcome. Fresh Air is Overrated, the weekly source for anything gaming with Wild Matt and Curbs.
And Steiner.
Against Aaron.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated. It's episode number 253. We're now airing on Mondays. Mondays at lunchtime, 12 p.m. Eastern. If you're in that time zone, I guess it's lunchtime. Anywhere else, it's near lunchtime, maybe breakfast, maybe later. Hey, it could be dinner if you're in Europe. So, there you go. I'm Walt Matt. It's November 6th, 2017. Adam Steiner's over there, where it's not Eastern time.
No, it is Mountain Time.
Which is not that bad.
And
It's pretty
yeah,
close.
no. Yeah, well, only 2 hours. There was the whole switching of time in North America. That was,
Yep, that
that
fucked
was
up.
fun.
That fucked up Europe.
Mhm.
They don't know what time we are right now.
Nope.
What time was the pay-per-view Saturday? Oh, shit, I missed it all. Because of that 1 hour time changed. I missed it all.
Oh no, it would have happened the night of, or the morning next.
Okay.
So it would have been
Okay.
daylight saving still during the fight, but
Dang. It could have switched. It could have possibly switched during the fights if it fucking went that long.
yeah, depending on
All
where
the
you
fights
are or
ended
whatever.
pretty early.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the show about
Yeah.
video games. And we had a show last Wednesday, so we don't have that much shit to talk about
No.
this week.
Well, this
But-
new day and time is
But if you want to go listen to last week's show and any other show, megascorcher.com, go there. VODs and MP3s, they're all available there. You can get an RSS exclusive on the website to subscribe to our 360p video. So if you don't want to get that HD one, go check it out on our website. But if you do want to go check out the HD one, it's available on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict. You can get it as an audio podcast as well, or wherever else you get your podcasts. And then live, we're on Mega Scorcher TV. That's our channel name on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, whichever one you choose. We're there. We're all on the chat. We're in the chat rooms. We got you. We will see you. We're hello, all the chat rooms. All right, let's go to the games we're playing. Nothing for me this week.
yeah.
I've
I've been playing much the same, but
I'll bring up wrestling. I went to wrestling yesterday, and they're taping this whole week. So 5 days of wrestling that I'm going to go to. So it's weird. I'm kind of pissed off because I bought tickets to go the whole week, and I could have just bought a ticket for the pay-per-view yesterday. And now they're letting the stub holder, or like, if you had a ticket, you can get into the other days. Yeah, for free. But I guess you need to go
Nice.
get them fast enough because, it's still limited
Yeah.
seats.
yeah.
But the one thing, I had the bleacher seats. The bleachers were terrible, straight up awful. But some people left during the event because I guess the seats were so terrible.
Right.
So space freed up and it got way more comfortable, like
Right.
halfway through the event. So I was happy about that. The event though itself, I don't know. This is pretty much TNA or Impact Wrestling's WrestleMania. It's like the biggest event of the year. And it was okay. It didn't feel particularly anything like special in any way.
Yeah.
The cage match with Stephen Bonner and Moose versus King Mo. King Mo was also wrestling versus Bobby Lashley. So technically there was 3 MMA dudes in that ring. Lashley does both though, so
Yeah.
Anyways, that match was really good. Hey, Colby Covington was in there. Because it's ATT. There's MMA fighters in there. The main event was just stupid, and I fucking because Alberto Del Rio came back and he cut a promo in the middle of the event that was just a fucking dead giveaway that how the fucking main event would end. So basically, it was Johnny Mundo, or Johnny Impact as he is known in Impact now, and he faced off against Eli Drake. He is the current champion, and guess what happened? Alberto Del Rio interfered
Oh.
and made Eli Drake win. Yay. Awesome ending, guys. That was sweet. Was not expecting that at all. Oh, I didn't want Del Rio to get involved at all. And at first I thought they were maybe going to make the main event a triple threat with Del Rio in there, but they didn't, and that would have been better. They should have just fucking done that. I was like, don't do it, don't do that. And they didn't. I was like, whew. And then I was like, oh, well, shit, now it's going to be an interference. And that was way worse. Anyways, that event was okay. A dude jumped off of the scaffolding, and it's pretty high. It's right next to me. Like, it's next to the bleachers. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, so yeah, I watched wrestling. I'm going to watch wrestling too. Some more this week. Because tonight there's Raw, so I'm not going to watch Raw. I'm not going to watch WWE for like one time in a while. Anyways, yeah, that's it. And you played the standard stuff.
Yeah. I also downloaded Dawn of War 3. So I played a little bit of that, probably about
Dawn of War 3. I know what universe that is, but what game is that? Like, is that a shooter or is that an
No, RTS.
RTS, okay.
Ish thing. It's kind of like you mix an RTS and a MOBA together.
So it's like a simplified RTS-ish?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I could get behind that in 2017. I don't need complex RTSs. My brain can't handle it anymore, man. I need to do 3 things at once, you know? I have my phone in one hand, I'm playing a game in the other screen on my computer, and I have something on my TV. You know, I can't do this complex RTS stuff. I think that's why people like MOBAs. Because it's just a bunch of random clicking.
I won't quite say random clicking, but yeah, it's definitely not as high interest, or
well, you're not taking care of, like, you know,
many
10 resources, and
you're taking care of one thing and having
building
to buy the correct
building units here and fucking building a fucking building to build more units over there, you know, it's one thing. You're one thing.
Yeah, but you have to then, like, make sure you can kill the underlings before the turret does and shit, man. There's a lot of macroing.
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
Or zero macro.
And you gotta get that last hit, man. Yep. The last hit is what matters.
Got a last hit, because then that's the only way you get XP.
Yeah, I know. And you gotta be you gotta stay like 1 pixel away, man. Just 1 pixel away from their hits at all times.
Everyone's gonna fucking yell at you and call you a noob when you're a loser.
Get in there, man. Get in there. Whoa, that's too close. That's what the fuck are you doing? Oh, man. We lost.
That sounds familiar. Huh. You die once and the game's over. You lost, even though it goes on for another 25 minutes.
Sometimes dying is actually beneficial depending on what character you are. Because sometimes you can just die on purpose, and then I forget which character it is, but then you can just teleport. So if somebody needs your help in another lane, you just die, teleport to the other lane. Here you go. And I'll give you some health and help you over here with these guys. All right, let's go to some new releases. Because I guess there was stuff this week.
Yeah, actually.
Xbox seems to love this game for some reason. Super Lucky's Tale. I don't know why they're in love with it. I really don't get it. Because that's the VR game. That's a platformer. Right. And
that's now not a platformer on Xbox One.
What are you, a raccoon or some shit? Something with a tail.
I think you're Fox.
Fox? Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Maybe.
You're Fox. Yep, I think that's it.
Maybe. I'm not. I think you might be some sort of weird hybrid.
We'll say you're a fox.
Crossbreeding.
What's Tails? Miles Tails Prower. Talk about Tails. There's Sonic Forces.
Yes.
But is he a fox?
What
the fuck is he?
Tails?
Yeah.
I would say he's a fox.
But he has 3 tails.
Yeah. So he's some like. Well, weren't they all experiments for Egghead?
That's possible, I guess. That's possible, I suppose. I have no idea. Because I guess all the animals are different, right? They're not like, the actual animal.
what's Knuckles? Like what the
He's an
what the fuck?
enigma, whatever the hell he is, and a chigna, what the fuck is he? There's a word for him. Knuckles the echidna.
I have no idea what the fuck
Yeah.
you're trying to say.
Well, EECHIDNA. Echidna. I don't know what
That's
that. I
an
don't know what
animal?
animal. Yes, it is an animal. But
Never. Oh, okay.
it's a
Let's move
little.
on.
It's a little tiny thing. It's like a hedgehog, but it's an ant eater. There we go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay. Neo Complete Edition for the PS4.
And PC, which will
Oh.
be out tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes. Octodad is out for the Switch. That's a game that's been out for a while, but Octodad is pretty cool. It's pretty silly.
Silly. Let's go with silly.
Can you play that game 8 players? Control each individual limb, or is it 4
I have
players?
no idea. I have no
It
idea.
might be 4 players.
No idea.
That game is pretty fun. Anyways, Mario Party Top 100 for the 3DS. That's weird because it mixes the top 100 Mario Party games into one game. Woo! Yay! I think that might be out on the Switch too.
100.
Of the mini games based on
mini
all of the
games.
other
Other
Mario Party
mini
games.
games.
Yes, that people actually like, I guess.
Mm.
So that could be actually good if you like Mario Party, but yeah, Mario Party's pretty terrible. At one point in my life, I could tolerate playing a board
Yeah,
game with shitty goddamn mini games, but now, nah. I
I've
can't do it
never
anymore.
actually played it, so I'm quite happy about that.
Did you ever play Fusion Frenzy?
No.
I'm trying to think of mini game collections that you could have maybe played. Fusion Frenzy was one of my favorites. Kung Fu Chaos. That's Xbox games.
Mm.
Kung Fu Chaos was awesome. It was like a fighting game. Imagine what's it called? That Nintendo game that I'm blanking for some reason. Smash Bros. Imagine that
Okay.
game, but the level moves around, like there's a progression to the level. Like it moves by itself. Like it's scrolling the whole time, and then sometimes it might stop in one room so you can fight for a little bit, and then it'll just keep scrolling. But it's pretty cool. Like that game was fucking awesome. And then at the end, when you're done the fighting, there's a mini game after it.
Well, it's Power Stone 2 is something like that.
Oh, I guess it is Power Stone E too. Yeah, I guess that is a good comparison. All right,
Yeah.
Doom for the Switch. Yeah. I would be curious to see what that looks like.
Yes, that is. And I would assume you would have to have the Pro Controller to actually be able to play it properly.
No, because there's 2 analog sticks on
Yeah,
the
but the
nunchaku
thing is
or whatever. the
so oddly shaped and stuff. I don't know on how a shooter would
The
really
only
work on that.
the only reason I would buy Doom on the Switch at this point, if I had a Switch, would be to play it portably. Like when I
Yeah.
go out, bring it with me. So I wouldn't want a huge controller with that.
Yeah.
So
But again, I just don't know how that would feel. Like actually playing an FPS like this for an hour.
the thing
I would
about
think
the
that-
Switch is it's heavier than the Wii U. I actually liked the Wii U. It was huge, but it was light as fuck. So it didn't strain my hands in any way. It was just my hands were more separated than other controllers, which is a little bit weird, but you get used to it. It's just the Switch seems heavier. It seems like it could actually be weirder to hold. But
Yeah.
I have zero experience with the Switch, so I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you.
Neither do I. Yeah, I feel that it would be very awkward. But again, I don't like using a controller to begin with, so
Well, it depends on the games. For first-person shooters, sure. But if you're gonna play Super Mario, you could with a keyboard's okay. Street Fighter, I could play Street Fighter awesome with a keyboard. I just know how to do the diagonals perfect with the fingers. You gotta.
yeah.
I do it awesome, but everybody has their own taste. Need for Speed Payback. That's probably the biggest release this week.
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably.
Not much hype. Even before it's coming out, it's not like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's coming out. Nope. Anyways, PS4, Xbox, and PC.
PC.
That's everything.
Yep.
All right.
Anything relevant, anyways.
Oh well, yeah. The Switch always has old games coming out. So
Yeah.
if you want to go download old games and you have a Switch, just go for it, man.
And the
There's
thing is,
plenty
like,
of
how much is Doom for the Switch? That's my.
them. How much are games for the Switch? I don't even know. Are they cheaper than PS4 games?
No, they're more expensive.
More?
They're $10 more than a.
Because it's a cartridge, I guess.
I don't know why, but a Nintendo tax is what they call it.
No, I would guess that it's probably the cartridge. The cartridge probably costs more than the disc.
It can't be $10 Canadian more.
Oh, for them to manufacture it, no. But for them to upcharge it to you, sure. Because it is more plastic and metal. A disc is just a disc. It's like, here you go. We make these all day. All day we make these. Anyways. Let's go on to the gaming news of the week, because there's not that much. Well, so Arc System Works is establishing a North American branch. This is the team that is currently working on Dragon Ball Fighter Z and all the other fighting games that they've worked on before. So they will be located in Torrance, California, and they will be known as Arc System Works America Inc. And,
Okay, so Doom for the Switch is $80 Canadian.
Sweet.
And I can get it on Steam right now for like 20.
That's awesome. I can't explain that.
No, yep. No, sorry, it's still 40 on Steam. But so you're still talking twice the price
Yep. Hey.
to get it on an inferior system that you can walk around with. But I could just get a laptop or a like Surface tablet or something like that and figure something out.
Well, yeah, you could just stream it from Steam, couldn't you? Somehow.
No, you have to be on your own network to be able to do
Oh,
that. But
okay.
you can't just walk around.
Well, you could do it in your house,
Yes.
which I would argue is how a lot of people play the Switch, anyways.
I wouldn't be too
Not
surprised.
you know,
Not everyone,
not everybody,
but-
but I would argue it's probably like 50-50, to be honest. There's probably a lot of people that use it both ways.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, we talked about it last week a little bit, that it was like 70 or 80% do walk around with it.
Yes, because of Europe and Asia. That's
Yeah.
Asia by itself is probably like 100% of them just use it undocked and probably just dock it to charge it or some shit.
Yeah.
Or maybe dock it to show it to like their sister or dad. Hey, look at this, Dad! Look at Super Mario. I'm throwing the hat, and he's transforming into the other things.
Well, I would think
Holy
in
shit.
Asia to a point that there would be like that type of thing that parents or friends would watch people play. Now, I would think they would hook it up to the TV if that was the case. So,
Well, I imagine most people in Asia only have one big TV.
yes,
They have
I
other
would assume
TVs that
so.
are smaller. All right. Oh, hey, I didn't mention this last week. We talked about those free Battlefield games that you could play online. Like they had Heroes, and they had what was that other one that was more realistic? I forget what it. What the fuck was that? Oh, it was just called Free to Play, or was it free for something? Free something? Battlefield Free to Play? Maybe it was Free to Play. Anyways, it was one of those titles. Somebody wanted to revive them, and EA sent them a cease and desist, and they were like, "Okay, cool. We're not going to do this anymore, guys." Sad times.
Wow.
Heroes is the only one I really liked. The free one was okay if you've never really played the paid Battlefield games,
Right.
and you only played the first two. If you only play the first two and then you went to the free to play one, you were like, oh, cool. This is fucking Battlefield.
It was pretty much the same as 2, from what I recall.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as 3, which is the one that was going on at the time when those games came out. Heroes was cool because it was kind of like TF2-ish, but it was Battlefield. It was cool. But I don't think anybody really misses those games all that much. If it came back, there may be like 8 people on that server. So I whatever. That's why I feel it's weird when companies defend things like this. Like in some respect, they have to, because if they don't defend themselves against this one, right, the next one could just come along, and then they could be like, "Oh well, you set a precedent without defending yourself with that last one."
Mm-hmm.
So now we can do this worse, this more deceiving one that is, anyways. It's a weird thing, but it's not like anybody would have.
That's how it works.
It's not like anybody would have played these anyways. I would have maybe played it one time. Heroes one time, be like, oh hey, this is still Heroes.
I played the beta like 5, 7, 8 years ago, whenever the hell that was. That was really about it.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's just
no, it wasn't. But it was also
it's an in-browser game. That's what it is.
Yeah, pay to win-ish as well is why I didn't really. Play
was it? I don't even remember. I just remember playing it.
Well, you got you could buy backpacks or loot boxes that then give you bonuses and stuff. That was.
I see. Okay, so this month on PS Plus, or the free games for PS4, you can get Bound. I guess that's the most notable one. You can get Dungeon Punks. I don't know what that is, but that's also a Vita game. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood is available until January 3rd. So, that's until the end of the year. And then Worms Battlegrounds. I'm not even sure which one Battlegrounds is.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't really matter.
No, it's a Worms game.
Yeah.
You run up to something and you throw a grenade, you shoot
in the face with a rocket.
Mm-hmm. Or, you Uzi
Fun games with groups of people. Like if you get 4 people playing that, it can be quite fun. Backstabbing people and doing stupid
throw
shit.
a rope up on the ceiling and then you get the fuck out of there.
Swing, yeah.
That game's fun. But, it's Worms.
Yeah. Or get the holy hand grenade and just blow up half the level.
Yep. The banana bombs are pretty good in that game.
Or sheep bombs, and
the sheep bombs are dumb because they come back to you sometimes and they backfire.
They could. Well, sheep are dumb. That's kind of the point.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't bounce correctly or whatever, they can hit some weird terrain thing and come back at you and you go, oh shit.
Sometimes they jump over you and then they hit somebody behind you and you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's not what I wanted to do, but it still did.
Some weird shit happens.
It's fun. It's fun. I played that a lot on the 360 when it was online.
I played a lot on the PC.
I did play it on the PC as well, but when it came back on the 360, it was just like there was so many people playing. It was just you click a button, people are there. Let's fucking do it. That's why I played a lot of Uno on the 3. There's a lot of games on the 360 that I played only because the online was so good. Mortal Kombat. There's a lot of stuff like that. Anyways, the other games on PS3 and Vita, whatever. Go check them out. Yeah. Hey, I got a picture here. Ronda Rousey was at BlizzCon this week, and she was dressed as a Death Knight, and nobody noticed her. Which I feel like I probably, if I would have seen both of them, I feel like I probably would have recognized them. Let me get this picture up in a second here. I just gotta actually go locate it.
What's a Death Knight?
It's something in WoW.
Character? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so, but I have no idea. I'm not that knowledgeable in Blizzard stuff in general, so here you go. I got it up. But she was with her husband, whatever his name is, Brown.
Matt Brown.
No, not
Travis
Matt.
Brown.
Travis Brown. Travis Brown. There you go. We got it. Yeah. Yeah, they got married during the Conor McGregor fight. She was like, we don't want any media here. We don't want any people covering it. And then once she realized people weren't paying attention because Conor McGregor was fighting,
Right.
What's his face, Mayweather. She was like, "Oh shit!" And then she posted a bunch of fucking pictures on her Instagram about the wedding.
Loser.
Yeah, and Ronda is weird. She's weird, and
Yep.
that's fine with me. I can live with that now. It's just I didn't know that at first. She seemed like a normal person.
No, well, after the second or so fight, there was an interview with her that really showed her as being odd. Like that she was very odd.
Sure. Rose is very odd, but she's cool.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say that she's necessarily like she's. I guess has daddy issues would probably be the way I would.
With Rose?
No.
Well, Rose probably has daddy issues too.
I think she's worked through them.
Sure.
More
but here's the thing.
so than Rousey. More so than Rousey.
Sure, but here's the thing. It's kind of like alcoholism. Once you have daddy issues, you kind of always have them.
Fair enough.
It's how you deal with it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
Ronda Rousey.
Rousey, yeah,
I would say Rousey
issues
has mommy issues too.
Yeah, probably.
Like Rousey's just, I wouldn't call her a wreck. It seems like she has her life in order. You know, she made a lot of money. She has a husband now. She's probably gonna have a kid very soon.
Yeah,
and she's gonna have a life that's gonna be
but she's also normal. She married a person that's been married 3 times or twice before with kids with like 3 or 4 other women.
Probably gonna get beaten up at some point. Probably maybe already has.
Yeah, I don't really.
No judgment though. No judgment against that. If she wants it, she wants it.
There might be a safe word involved. I don't know.
You know, they're 2 fighters. They're 2 pro fighters. It's between both of them. But before that, questionable what Brown did with women. Hey, let's say I might have smacked a bitch before, but it was after I got hit many times. I never instigate ever with a girl ever. But it has happened a few times where I had to fucking put my hands on a lady just because I'm like, dude, you slapped me in the face like fucking 5 times. I get it. Back the fuck up now, because I am gonna fuck you up if you don't. Don't get it wrong, ladies. That's what I hate about fucking girls is just when you're out and there's a crazy drunk girl and she wants to get physical, she will. Because she fucking feels entitled because nobody ever fucking did anything about it. But Ronda Rousey, if she did that to you in public, she would kill you. I'm glad I never dealt with it. Ronda Rousey.
She doesn't take a punch very well or move her head very well.
I guess, but I would never throw the first punch. So if she did the first thing to me, she would just fuck me up. Just judo throw me to the ground and I would lose my breath. I'd be like, ah! Then it'd be over. She wouldn't even have to do anything after that. It was like, yeah, I'm done. Ronda Rousey fucking threw me over her fucking hip and I died. All right, Conor McGregor. He's a cover athlete of UFC 3, the EA Sports game.
Yeah.
Talk about having bad manners and not knowing when to do stuff and not knowing when to stop talking about hitting ladies and saying faggot and stuff. Conor McGregor and me, we're the same person.
Yeah. I see the similarities.
No, to be honest though, I never say faggot. And I never say... Do I use any slurs? Like, I don't think so. Like even slut, I don't say. I don't think I use any derogatory words in my normal vernacular, in my normal vocabulary. I don't think I ever use any slurs. It's just not part of me. I might say offensive shit, but the words are not offensive themselves. It's when you put them with other words. You know what I mean?
Sure.
All right. And then the last story, I thought this was interesting. Capcom's third quarter of 2017 was good. So if you compare the third quarter of this year compared to last year, they went up 23%. And then they went up 248.4% in operating income. For this year, they're up like 2,000% in operating income. So they're making a lot of money by putting less money into it, I guess, than they used to.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good for Capcom. I guess it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to make more games. But here's what they said. Monster Hunter Double X was a title that performed strongly. And then Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers for the Switch, was labeled as a smash hit. And you know why it was a smash hit?
Because they spent zero money on developing it?
Yes. So if they sold it to 10 people, they would have made money on it. So,
No, I think, selling it to 10 people was probably their break-even point. So they probably sold like 100,000, which then made it a smash fucking hit.
Yeah, well, it was a launch title, and at that time,
Yeah.
it was like, what would you get? And that game was $40.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, no, maybe selling it to like 2 people would have made them break even.
Yeah, maybe. No, that game was more expensive than the original fucking game.
Well, I guess it would have been updated graphics and shit, so there would have been work. But I understand the work would have been.
No, there wasn't dude. The fucking thing. This thing only does 1080p.
From the original, I'm saying
No, because this is Turbo. No. This is Turbo HDR. HD remix from PS3 and 360.
Yeah, but they updated the graphics from the NES or the SNES. Sorry.
Well, yes, but they already did that.
Yes,
before.
I understand. Yes,
it was all done. The only thing they did was
make sure it worked on this.
Well, they put Violent Ken in there, which is just a palette swap of Ken, and he's more powerful. And they added, who else was it? Somebody else, but it was just another palette swap. Was it Evil Ryu?
Yeah, I'm seeing an Evil Ryu here.
It might have been Evil Ryu. And it was, no, that $40. That was fucking robbery, right? Because I think the original HDR was 20 on.
I didn't even pay for it. It was
PS Plus,
PlayStation Plus.
Huh? It is possible. I definitely paid for it. Because I got it as soon as it came out. And that was not a PS Plus thing as soon as it came out. Because that doesn't happen too often where the game comes out and it's already a PS Plus thing. Oh, no,
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was probably a couple of months or a year.
Yeah, like the only notable one I can think of right now is Rocket League. Where it's like, yep, it's out and it's free right now. Go get it.
No, I think it was still a month or two after.
No, it came out as a PS Plus game first day. That's why everybody freaked out about that game, because there were so many fucking people playing that game. There still is people playing that game. But
yeah.
Anyways, Resident Evil 7 2 has shipped 4 million copies. I think that's still under their expectations that they wanted. I think it was like their expectations were like 7 million. The Capcom games. What was their last Capcom game? That was it. Dead Rising.
Well, Dead Rising 4 did definitely undersold.
But their expectations for all the games were like super high, and Dead Rising was like super low, like super below their expectations.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, Dead Rising 4 it got really zero marketing, and it was pretty much just a remake of 3 with Frank West as the character. Like, it did not look good. It had zero interest from anybody.
Oh, I thought visually it looked good.
No, yeah, but I mean, as an actual game, did you?
Yeah, the Dead Rising games always.
Did it look interesting to you?
They always got dumbified. They always got less interesting with each iteration. Like 3 was kind of cool because they did like the whole combining the weapons shit, and you could like.
Well, they had that in 2.
That was 2. All right.
2 you had, you could customize weapons, but you had to go to a workbench to do it. In 3, you could just do it at any point in time.
It's like I always have duct tape, man.
Killing zombies.
Yeah.
3 was more about killing zombies. 2, you still had a fair bit of like well, you had to try to save your daughter. You need to get some zombie X or whatever the hell they called it to then inject her every 24 hours. And then like 1 and 2 were very similar, and then 3 they made a fairly large detour on what they wanted to do, and it was also introducing it onto the Xbox One, so it had much better graphics and could do much better and do this and do that. And they actually introduced like vehicles and stuff that you could modify and then run over zombies with. And then 4, I think, was just kind of the same idea as that of 3, that it was just kill zombies. No real story, no anything. It's just kill zombies.
Yeah, because that was in the first game. That was one of my favorite things to do, was just drive in the tunnel underneath the mall and just fucking run over zombies all day. Yeah, man, that game. Capcom at one point did so many good things. On the 360, man, they had so many games at one point coming out, and now they have no games. It's like 2 games a year. Like Resident Evil 7.
What? I think it's more than 2 a year.
Well, yeah, I'm just kidding, but it's way less than it used to be.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, the thing is, a lot of them flopped.
Well, yeah, well, they always started off awesome, and then they shot the bed with it. Like Lost Planet. The first Lost Planet was pretty all right. Don't get me wrong, it had its problems. The FPS wasn't that great. Some of the bosses were totally bullshit. But hey, that game was still pretty all right. And then the second one was... and then the third one was just total shit.
I didn't even know they made a third one.
Oh, yeah, there is a third one. It's not that good. It's like in a jungle or something. Or is that the second one? Anyways, it's one of them.
The jungle had, like you were in ice and then in jungle. Like the thing is, there was no cohesive story to it. It was just you kind of jumped around from mission to mission. This is your mission. Okay, do this. Do this is your mission. Do this. Oh, there's a big weird thing. Okay, kill it.
So that was the second one, I guess? Because I want to say the third one was similar too, where it's just like, do that.
No, it could have been.
Do that again. Do this.
No, that's the thing. I don't know if the third one was really the third one or if it was like an asterisk to it of like that it's kind of just within this universe that we're just kind of Lost Planet sold well at one point in time, and we're just gonna kind of do the same thing.
I liked the gameplay in 3 a little bit. It's just it's too linear. Like the first game felt awesome because every level you went into was always different. Some levels were huge, some levels were super tiny. It's like you walk straight. Here's the boss. All right, here. That's it. That's the level. You're gonna fight a boss right now. That first game was fucking awesome. And even the like HDR at this point, HDR kind of feels outdated. Because yeah, sure, it has nice looking 1080p graphics, but there's like no lighting effects to the sprites. There's like this. It just looks so flat and weird nowadays. Like even on the Switch, like 2D games look fucking amazing now.
Okay. So there was a Lost Planet 3, but there was also something what I was thinking for the PS3, EX Troopers.
Sweet. That sounds like fun.
And then there's a Lost Planet 3, which again, you're in the cold here, is what these images are indicating. But
EX Troopers is like cell shaded.
Yeah.
And it's a 3DS game that got ported to the PlayStation 3. And there you go. Gross. And they still do that. Capcom still fucking does that. Port 3DS games to consoles. They did it with Resident Evil not too long ago. I'm surprised that wasn't on their quarterly earnings. Maybe it hasn't sold that well this quarter because it did come out a while ago.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's it for news this week.
Lost Planet did fairly well in reviews, and then Lost Planet 2 and 3 were pretty... Lost Planet 2 is meh, and then Lost Planet 3 was, this is a pile of shit.
Oh, no, dude. God, they ruined it. They ruined it. But maybe the first game was just kind of like launch day hype, too.
Yeah.
You got to kind of consider that, because like the controls weren't that amazing. Like, you know, you had to move off to like to the side of the screen to make it scroll. You know what I mean? Like, like your reticle wasn't always in the middle of the screen. You could like move it around the screen, which was useful for some bosses and useful for some situations, but for the most part, you needed to turn faster in that game. But you could use the bumpers to do a 90-degree turn, but still, it's still not that great.
I don't think I ever played Lost Planet. I played Lost Planet 2 and was quite underwhelmed.
Oh, the first game, the things that set it apart were the explosions looked fucking amazing and the bosses were great. Everything else was whatever. But fuck, man, the bosses were fucking amazing in that game. I loved it. It felt a lot like a Mega Man game, but a third-person shooter set on this weird ice planet where you need to collect this orange goo to stay warm and alive. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I liked a lot of aspects of that game. The enemy designs were cool. Like you're shooting a big worm and shooting all its orange glowy parts to fucking make it explode and get all its juices to keep you alive. Like a lot of that shit was cool. Oh, here's something. A lot of Switch games. Something came out this week. I think what was it? I think the patch was bigger than the game. So you could download the game on the system, but then when you got the patch for the game, you needed an SD card. So it's like you downloaded it and you're like, yes, I'm going to play this game. And it's like, you need an update. Oh, fuck, it won't fit. So, if you get a Switch, just get a fucking SD card. Just get a good old, 256 maybe? Gigabyte card, you'll be fine with that.
That would be pretty expensive. If you're getting
128 then? 128?
128s are, still fairly expensive, but not too bad. 60s are getting pretty cheap.
I guess 64, but 64 is kind of small too. I guess it'd be okay on a Switch, but you'd still be deleting and installing a lot. I would just get a 128 at this point. It's so sad that the internal memory is what? I think it's 16 gigabyte on.
Yes, I think it's 16.
That's terrible.
Yep.
I don't know why they went that low. They could have at least done 32. 24? I would have at least done 32.
Yeah, I don't know. Same thing with Apple. Just the shit that they do is really
Oh yeah, Apple. But here's the thing: Apple even changed their ways. All their phones now have 64s.
Yeah, but you still can't. There's still no expandable.
Oh yeah,
Samsung's
yeah.
have expandable.
I know. That's
that
So. Well, technically you can expand them, but they only have that one USB port, so it doesn't look fancy. It's always sticking out of your fucking thing. Unless you get a cool case, but then it makes your phone bigger.
Yeah.
There's always a give and take. Like my phone, like my S8, I literally have not used a case on it since day one. I've had it for 2-3 months now, and I have one minor scratch on the front. It's super minor. Like I don't even notice it if the screen is on. I only really notice it if I'm looking at it in the light when the screen is off. So, not a big deal. Like, if you take care of your phone. But that's the thing. If you have a job where, you're on the ground and crawling around and all that shit, you should probably have 2 phones. Just have a cheap-ass phone to go to work with. That's what I would do. Instead of fucking risking your phone. Phones are expensive, yo. Even an iPhone 5, it's bullshit. Like, an iPhone 5 is pretty inexpensive now. But if you break it, you're still going to pay some money to bring it back to Apple. Yes. Unless it's still under warranty. But that's the thing. I think Apple does a pretty good job with treating their customers. I still don't know how it's going to go if my Samsung phone breaks. I'm going to have to go through TELUS.
I've never dealt with that.
Yeah, me neither. Apple's so easy. You just fucking walk into a store and you go, hey, look, my phone's all weird. And then go, oh, okay, here you go. So we'll see how it goes with a Samsung phone because there's no Samsung stores. But yeah, no more gaming news, I guess. There's a Destiny 2 update if you're into Destiny. It fixes bugs. Oh, hey, this is a PC update. So yeah, it just fixes bugs. BlizzCon happened. If you're into Blizzard news. But that's about it. There's a Blizzard theme park map coming to Overwatch. PUBG developers promise cheaters will be met with strong action. They've already been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. PUBG is super weird to me. It is just super weird. It's not that I don't get it. I get it.
Yeah, so Ultra Street Fighter 2 sold 500,000.
500,000, and that's at 80. No, not $40 US.
40, yeah.
A pop. So that's a good amount of money.
And literally, they probably spent $5,000 on development.
For Japan, sure. Sure, it's like, hey, could you make this thing that worked on this other thing on this thing now, and put 2 other characters that are just palette swaps? Cool, nice.
Yep,
let's do it. Oh, can you change the numbers on this fireball so it can go faster and make more damage? Cool, nice. We did it, guys.
$5,000 later, yeah, you sell 500,000 copies for $40 a piece. That's a shit ton of fucking money for you.
Oh, hey, Torchlight developer Runic shut down.
Really?
Yes, 2 days ago.
That kind of sucks. Because I think they were in development of Torchlight 3. They obviously then didn't have the money, and then they couldn't find a developer or whatever.
And that's an MMO? Or
no, it's a Diablo clone-ish.
Oh, Torchlight.
Yeah.
Man, that is old.
Yeah, well, there's Torchlight and Torchlight 2.
Yeah,
Torchlight 2 added in co-op. And then I think they were working on Torchlight 3 is what I thought they were working on. But
yeah, no, the first Torchlight, I might have gotten that for free.
yeah, I played a fair bit of the first Torchlight.
I definitely remember playing the first Torchlight, but I don't remember why. I don't think I paid for it. I definitely didn't pirate it. I don't pirate games. What is the last game I pirated? Fuck, man. I don't even remember.
Last game would have been Crisis for me. And I ended up buying it anyways. It was more so just to see if it would work on my hardware.
Yeah. I wanted to try, what's it called? The game that looks like an Atari game. You're fencing. Let's see.
Oh. I know it's a game you're talking about.
Nidhogg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how that played, so I pirated it, and then it was free on PS Plus the next day. I was like, okay. I'll just get it on PS Plus then. Yeah. But I really just wanted to try it before I got it. Because I was like, this looks really cool, but I don't know if I want to fucking put down $5 for it. Was it $10? I don't even remember now.
No, so they were working on Hob? H-O-B. And it's saying the release date was September 26th.
Yeah, it's already out. It's on Steam.
It's out.
It has a 9 out of 10 rating on Steam. I don't know when all those reviews came up, though. It could have been after this news. It looks all right. I'm looking at the trailer right now. It has a nice look to it, kind of like Torchlight did.
So maybe they just again, how many people are actually at Runic? So
well, it just said shut down, and their head company laid off some other developers at another company. It said.
Mm.
So yeah, it could just be that their head company is not doing so well as well. And looking to cut the slack.
Yeah, so it closed on the 3rd of November. Huh.
All right, well that's it. That does it for this show. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. Sorry that we didn't have that much to talk about, but hey, next week it's gonna be a full week of news to talk about. So
Yes.
it's gonna make
And
sense next
hopefully-
week.
Well, at this time of the year, it's really just game reviews and shit. I guess there could be some
hey.
controversies.
We'll have a top 10. I'll think about it today, and I will let Steiner know, and then we'll come up with it, and we'll have it next week. So top 10 something next week. I don't know what. I did top 10 best wrestling. Did I do? That was best? Yes. I got to do top 10 worst. That's not going to be next week, though. But I will do that sometime.
Worst wrestling games or
Yes.
worst wrestling
Worst
events
wrestling
or-
games. This is a video game show.
Oh, God.
I did the top 10 best video games when you were out. It was a pretty good list. People liked it. It got views on the YouTubes
Yeah.
when I put it up as its own vid. People like the top 10 vids.
Yes.
So I just pull it out and put it on YouTube as its own thing.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here next Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Actually, 12 p.m. Eastern Time next week, I swear. This week was just weird because of all the wrestling and stuff that happened this weekend. I was just not prepared. And also, the fact that we switched times kind of fucked with the news. So,
Yeah. Well, that definitely.
we'll be ready next week. Because the news of today didn't even happen. So, we'll have the news of today next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you change shit around.
But now we're prepared. So, thanks for tuning in. See you guys.
Bye.